Don't you believe it when any other Yahoo says, hey, I've been to heaven. Let me tell you what I saw. No. They are either seriously deluded or they're lying to you. Okay, I have a new section in my seminar entitled, Why Are Charismatics So Weird? And let's just be honest, they're weird, right? I mean, charismatics are just weird. Let me show you a few video clips. This is from the Jim Bakker show. Y'all remember Jim Bakker? Yeah, well, he's still around. Watch this from this lady in the Jim Bakker show. And by the way, I might have an edit or two in here that's for comic relief, but watch.
After Derek and I got married, one night, this other Derek appears in our bed. The real Derek is lying down next to me. Other Derek.
I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. That's my other brother Daryl.
Other Derek sits right up out of it. It startled me. I knew that was not Derek. And so I asked this critter, who are you? Because he clearly wanted to have sexual relations. And he said, come on, I'm your husband. I said, who are you? And he had the nerve to claim to be Ahasuerus, Xerxes.
So, other Derek got into bed with her. That's just bizarre. Watch this woman. This is Jenna Winston. And Jenna Winston used to be a staff member at Bethel Church, Redding, California. Watch this.
Not long after I got there, I ended up having this encounter. Well, no, I ended up having what I now know to be natural deliverance. Okay, so much Jesus was going in, and all of a sudden, to me, it felt like I got connected to all of this rage, and I started screaming and yelling and cussing and throwing stuff. And now I know it was actually the demons leaving. And I passed out on my bed. And that is when Jesus became real for me, because Jesus walked in there and laid in that bed with me and started to play with my hair. And instead of telling me all the things I needed to fix, he said, I am so sorry for all the things that happened to you that made you not want to feel.
I don't even know where to begin with that. Jesus crawled into bed with her and began playing with her hair. That's disgusting. She was on staff at Bethel Church. And we sing their music. Great. That's disgusting. Remember what I said yesterday about so many of these female Bible teachers, and they have a very romanticized view of Jesus? That's gross. And as if that's not even, I don't suppose, that's not even the worst thing about what she said. The worst thing is when she said that Jesus appeared to her and he said, I'm so sorry. What? Like Jesus owes us an apology? Unbelievable. Watch this from Kevin Zadai. Kevin Zadai is a guy who's a regular guest on Sid Roth's program, frequent flyer to heaven. And watch this from Kevin Zadai. This is one of the many examples of Jesus appearing to him. Jesus appears to him all the time, but watch this.
You were telling me about you have seen, since you've been back here on earth, it's almost at times you can see what's going on in the invisible realm. You saw something in New Orleans. Tell me about that.
Yes, I wonder why the Lord had sent me and my wife to New Orleans, because it's such a hard city, and in many ways. And so he told me, he said, because I trust you.
Jesus said to Kevin Zadai, I trust you. Really? Huh. Well, John 2:24, Jesus on his part was not entrusting himself to them, for he knew all men, because he had no need that anyone bear witness concerning man, for he himself knew what was in man. Jesus did not entrust himself to men. Dear friends, Jesus doesn't trust us. We are to trust Him, not Him trusting us. It's unbelievable. But one night, Kevin Zadai, this is from the same program, Kevin Zadai had a very special guest appear in his bedroom at the foot of his bed one night. No less than Jesus himself appeared at the foot of his bed. Now, what I'm about to show you, I did not edit at all. This is straight from Sid Roth's program. Jesus appeared at the foot of his bed, but Jesus was doing something a little odd. Watch.
And then he visits you and taught you how to play. But what kind of sax did he have?
It was interesting because there's several types of sax. This one was a soprano.
I think in terms of a sax that's kind of curved. You know.
Yes, and I have all of them, but this particular one he had was a soprano sax. It was a beautiful gold saxophone, and I was sleeping at the time, and I heard something. So when I woke up, he was standing there, and he had this sax in his hands, and he started to play it over me, you know, because he sings songs of deliverance over us.
Dear friends, that's not Jesus. That's Kenny G. So Jesus showed up at the foot of the bed jamming on the saxophone. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Just when you think it can't get any weirder. Have you ever heard of this woman, Kat Kerr? You ever heard of Kat Kerr? Well, Kat Kerr is probably the most frequent flyer to heaven. She goes to heaven multiple times per day. I kid you not. She goes to heaven with the frequency that you and I go to use the restroom. She goes to heaven all the time, tells us all kinds of things about heaven. Some of her more recent accounts of heaven, she says that Christopher Reeve is in heaven, and you'll be happy to know that his primary job in heaven is to teach people how to fly because, of course, he was Superman, so obviously, you know, he would know how to do that. John Wayne is in heaven. He's still making Western movies. You'll be happy to know, you John Wayne fans. And there's dinosaurs in heaven that you can ride. So if you've ever wanted to ride a brontosaurus, you're in luck. You'll get to in heaven. All kinds of things. And there's even a place in heaven called Christmas Town. So I want you to listen to Kat Kerr talk about Christmas Town. And again, I might have an edit or two just to illustrate absurdity. Watch.